Hi guys, this is Spartan 765. Today I'm just doing a review on two Russian rifles commonly used during World War II and explain the differences and why they were produced. The first here is the Mosin. This is my 1943 Mosin Nagant 9130 with bayonet test to show the length. It's about meter and a half long, maybe, well, probably 4 or 5 feet long. It's probably 5 feet long. It's a pretty tall rifle. Very accurate, extremely accurate because of the barrel length. This bore on this one is perfect. Not a tiny bit of pitting in it at all. It's an excellent bore. It's one of the only Mosin Nagants I've seen with a. I mean, most Nagants will have just minor pitting that's hard to see unless you like stick a light right in the barrel. This one has no pitting whatsoever. Beautiful bore. It is a war production rifle. It was used during the war. And then here we go down to here. This is the Mosin Nagant M44 carbine. It takes the same bullet, the 7.6254R, obviously, if you don't know that. Well, whatever. Oh, by the way, the sights in this one go up to 2,000 meters or 2 kilometers. The Mosin Nagant M44 sights go up to 1,000 meters or 1 kilometer. This also has a bayonet, except this one is hinged. Now, this rifle here I purchased has it's the bore isn't perfect on it. It's what you'd call an okay bore. It's a dark bore, but all the rifling, like on a lot of barrels, if they got bad bores, the rifling will be close to gone. This one, the rifling is still just as thick as normal. It's just a little pitted. The bore it's a dark bore, but it's pretty accurate. I mean, just because that really doesn't affect your accuracy unless you're shooting at stuff out past 150 yards. If your bore is dark or just a little pitted, but as long as all the rifling's there, if you're just shooting within 150 yards, it'll be just fine. The Mosin Nagant M9130 is one of the most balanced rifles I've ever held. It's you could hold it just very steady with the bayonet on it, and even with the bayonet off, it's perfectly balanced. You can hold it and keep it on target all day, just free shooting. This, on the other hand, this is balanced okay, but it's hard to balance a rifle perfectly. Although the Mosin Nagant, they probably didn't intend to balance it perfectly; it just came out that way. The Mosin Nagant 9130 was the first infantry rifle, other than the Beridian 2 that the Russians had before that. Then in 1891. Very good rifle, very reliable rifle. It only has one downfall to it. That is that the bolt is kind of hard to work. But you get used to that. It's not super hard, but if you shoot it for a while, it's really cold. It's kind of hard to work. But it works really good. I got this one tuned up really good. The bolt goes easy on both of these because I did a bolt job on both of them. Now, during the fight of Stalingrad, it was realized they already had the M38 carbine, but it had a detachable bayonet. And during the fight of Stalingrad, they realized that they needed a weapon, because I don't think a 5-foot-long rifle is really good for a CQB or going inside buildings. And not naturally going inside buildings, you need a bayonet, because you're not gonna, bolt action rifle, CQB doesn't really mix. So they realized that they needed they still wanted to keep the Mosin Nagant with the 7.6254R. They had the M38 carbine, which is the same length as this, but it had a detachable bayonet. And the problem with the detachable bayonet is soldiers often lost them in battle because they didn't have a sheath. The bayonets, there were no sheaths for the Mosin Nagant bayonets. So a lot of soldiers would just stick them in their belt loop and they'd fall out, get lost. So they figured out they needed to put a hinged bayonet on it. So on the M44, has a hinged bayonet. It's on the rifle. It folds back up for, but they're sighted with the bayonet out. Good for CQB. Well, as good as CQB gets with the bolt action rifle. Very reliable. They kept the same bolt, same receiver, same everything except the barrel length and the bayonet. Very good rifle, high quality, reliable. Although you'll see some of your Ishevsk or Ishevik. I don't know how to pronounce the arsenal name. Like, this is a war production rifle. As you can see, the receiver is not perfectly milled and sanded 100% smooth. Or the barrel here, there's still milling lines. That's not smooth. You know, a lot of people look for a rifle where it is. You know, this rifle here is one of the most accurate Mosin Nagants I've ever seen. Capable of 2-inch groupings, 1 to 2 inch groupings at 100 meters. You can't say that about other Mosin Nagants, really. I mean, I've seen some Tula ones where the receiver looks perfect, the barrel's perfect, and I don't know, this one just seems to shoot so good. And this one here has a very nicely milled receiver. It's an Ishevik, but this is because it's 1944. This is when the war was starting. The Soviets realized they were going to win for 100% for sure, so and they stepped up the fine-tuning a little bit more. But quality of this rifle is shooting-wise is very good. Stock's in excellent condition. I got this rifle. The stock was disgusting. It was black and full of cosmoline, so I stripped it and refinished it with some Burchett Casey. Same with the stock here. I got it to look pretty nice. Just if a stock is really terrible looking, and as long as there's no cracks or anything in it, buy the rifle, even if the stock looks all disgusting and the finish is crappy. You know, people say don't refinish a military rifle because it'll lose its value. Well, you think about it. What would you rather buy? Would you rather buy a refinished rifle like this, or one that was all fucked up with the original finish that's all disgusting looking? You know? Most Nagants, you know, you're not talking about, you know, high value. There's so many of them made, and so many of them are the only ones that are worth high amounts are the Mosin Nagant PU sniper rifles. Those are the only ones you probably wouldn't want to refinish, or your finish M39s. But your basic 9130s and M44s, go ahead and refinish the stock. Looks better, looks more new. You know, sand the barrel channel out to float the barrel a little bit. That's always a good thing to do. This is a 7.6254R cartridge. This is Bulgarian heavy ball ammo, which heavy ball I believe is the best to use. 1954 this was made. Heavy ball is nice to use. There's a debate over heavy ball, light ball, because light ball can go further, but the accuracy goes down because it's lighter. I like heavy ball because it holds its accuracy better in the wind. It's heavier, so the wind doesn't have as much effect on it, etc., etc. The other thing about these, any ammunition really produced before 1980, the majority of it's corrosive, which is really annoying because you have to clean your gun out after you shoot. What I have found works though is if you let's say you're going to go out and you're going to shoot your gun, and then you're going to wait another 6 hours before you shoot again later on. I found out, you know, just as long as you go out every 3 hours and you shoot one round through it, that gets all the old corrosive crap out of the barrel, but then it deposits new stuff. So you'll be good for another 3 hours before it starts to corrode. That's the way I found that I can delay cleaning my rifle without negatively affecting the way the gun operates or functions. Or I want to keep the barrel shiny in my 9130. Got any questions, comments, concerns about any of this video, questions, whatever, send me a message. Bye. Spartan75 out.